Welcome to the Axiom. New file detected. Launching file.
How's it going, everybody? My name is Leo, and today we are continuing the Where the Water Tastes Like Wine file. Where we last left off, we had completed Quinn's and Mason's stories. And now we are going to go ahead and evolve a story and then head to, I actually remembered who was next, but I don't remember what her name is. The story of the black cat who consumes the souls of the dead. Okay. So that one's level 3 now. So let's go ahead and swap some stuff out first, I guess. Actually, I think we should be fine. Alright, let's go ahead and head to... what was it? Oh, I completely forgot. I didn't see what I was given from Quinn and Mason. So we have a bandana, threadbare and slightly greasy, smelling of wood smoke and dogs, and a shell casing from a bullet, worn by handling. Okay. So let's go ahead and visit, we're gonna do Dupree, and then I believe after her was, oh, Jimmy. Okay. So Dupree and then Jimmy. And then we'll see what happens after that. So let me look at the map. Jimmy is there. And Dupree is there. I might do Jimmy first because he's on the way. So yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. I wonder what happens if you take the train. I'm gonna go ahead and take the train to Atlanta. Oh, nothing happens. Except now I have no money. Alright, I think right there is, no, that's Shaw. I actually moved right past, Franklin. No, Jimmy. So we'll go ahead and head up to Jimmy. We're gonna go ahead and get money really quick. Just in case. I already saw that. I got half money, which is excellent. And then, do I actually want to swap anything out? Yeah, it should be fine. Let's go ahead and do... oh, I guess we'll evolve a story. Story about Pico's Bill, who rode a tornado up and down the Midwest. Alright. In that case, let me go ahead and maybe swap that one out. A shallow grave.
Oh, it is a good day to see you, child. Just need a little company is all. Led a celebration of life today. Young man, 17, maybe 18. Closed casket.
Oh, jeez.
They did that boy wrong, they did. I suppose I'm glad I gave his family a little hope, at least. Anyway, why don't you tell me a scary story? You must have heard some good ones.
Sure. Oh, he already knows the buffalo. Tell the story of the killer pigeons.
Oh, you could rattle a congregation's bones, I bet. Love, well, the boy fell for the wrong woman. Maid hair and peach skin.
Oh. Was he lynched? Is that what he meant by they did him wrong? Was he like African American and he fell in love with a white woman and they lynched him?
Love and death ain't so far for boys like that in America. Hey, do you have any spooky campfire tales? Feels appropriate out here, right?
Anything spooky? Tell the story of the hotel haunted by the ghosts of twin toddlers.
Oh, you got me for a second with that one. As a traveling man, I don't do funerals often. See, the burying is one thing, but the real service you provide is in the weeks to come as mourners turn over in their sleep and doubt creeps in. I know that pain intimately. Lately, my journey's been pretty ordinary, just walking church to church. What about you? Been on any adventures?
You could say I've been on a few. Which one do I want to tell? There's one that I want to tell. This one. I want to know what this one is. This might be wrong, but I'm going to tell it anyway. Tell the story of the sugarcane cutters blinded to the threat of death in North Carolina. This is probably sad, but...
Sorry, that kind of thing don't scare me anymore, if that's what you're going for. Choice? Yeah, someday.
Oh, it's scary.
I really believe that we all have choices in life. We are truly free to decide whether to live moral lives or to throw ourselves headlong into sin and profit.
I would have guessed sad over scary.
But on days like today, I think maybe only God chooses, and he does so with arbitrary cruelty. Hey, do you have any spooky campfire tales? Feels appropriate out here, right?
Yeah, tell the story of the fortune teller whose dark past stains the souls of all her clients.
Oh, you got me for a second with that one. Fate, fortune? Well, crimes like this make destiny something easy to believe in. Washes our hands, tells us there's nothing that could have been done. But it washes the hands of the offender too. It is fearful resignation and nothing more. You must have seen some pretty wild stuff on the road. What's the most exciting thing you've seen?
All right, we're gonna go ahead and exit. Sure you want to leave? Yeah.
I've got to go now, friend. Headed to a congregation over this way. Long walk alone, and this boy won't leave my head. And I keep thinking, I left America when I was his age. Lied on the forms. Told him I was 25 when I was 17.
Did he enlist or something?
I'd heard that 369th Infantry Regiment needed a chaplain, so I told him I was a preacher. Don't get me wrong, I believed fervently, but I wasn't no reverend.
Interesting. So he based his living on a lie, and that's what he actually became.
I just memorized a few verses, some psalms, enough of the commandments to make them think I was a true man of God. Oh, my proud, arrogant lips.
That's actually really interesting. So his preacher living is based on a lie that he told in order to leave America. Let's go ahead and evolve a story. The heart's total eclipse, which shows everyone in its shadow their one and only true love. Oh, that's cute. Okay, let's go ahead and finish up with Jimmy. He is south. South in Georgia. Which way am I headed? So he's this way. Alright. I think I'm gonna try and hitchhike. So I'll be right back when I reach Georgia. Is it not gonna let me get out again? Hey, can you let me out, please? Okay. Gonna go ahead and... Wow, there's 2 places to evolve stories here, so we're gonna go ahead and evolve this one, and then we'll just move up. Story about the devil taking form as a bull sent to terrorize sinners. Why did I say singers? Okay, so these are all level 3 now. Pretty soon I'm gonna have to swap them all out so that I'm not... But at least I have a pretty good arsenal of level 3 stories. The hotel where travelers lie awake while cursed toddler ghosts throw Satan's own tantrums. Interesting. So actually, let me go ahead and swap out the stories that I told him, because those will be ones that he already knows. Alright. And in Savannah, I think we have one more story to evolve, and then we will see the rest of Jimmy's tale. Yep, there's something right here. Okay. They launch into a group recitation of Paul Bunyan, the lumberjack who towered over the forests, interrupting one another in their excitement to tell it. Okay. We've completely evolved Paul Bunyan. Alright, Jimmy. Let's go ahead and hear the rest of your story. Uncertain pains of hell. Oh, there's...
Fine. I'll tell you about Paris.
He has graves behind him.
I was with the 369th Infantry Regiment. Maybe you heard of us by our other names. The Black Rattlers, the Men of Bronze, the Harlem Hellfighters. That was us. Fighting because we thought it might show white folk that we were Americans too. What a joke. The Army wouldn't even lead us, gave us to the French. Not the first time America traded black bodies, I suppose. In some sermons, I need a story to show how hurt or grief works on a person. Have any like that?
Huh. So this time he didn't evolve. But, like, he himself has not changed, but he has graves all around him. Interesting. He wants a tragic story. Unfortunately, because we are on level 3, there's a level 1 that I can't really tell, because I want to make sure we get his eye up all the way. Tell the story of the ghost of a woman executed in Paris long ago.
God's cruel sometimes, ain't he? The war's over, but the sadness, well, for a while, I stayed in touch with the soldiers I'd served with, but most of them, these days, they're more interested in drinking that old scrap iron now than in reminiscing. So I figure best to let them be.
I guess.
Anyway, why don't you tell me a scary story? You must have heard some good ones.
I have. Tell the story of the black cat who consumes the souls of the dead. Yeah, let's go with that one.
Oh, you could rattle a congregation's bones, I bet. You know, I saw a lot of death in France, friends and enemies both. But none of it mattered as much as seeing Pops die in the rain when I got back. Lately, my journey's been pretty ordinary, just walking church to church. What about you? Been on any adventures?
Yeah. Tell the story of the Thunderbirds swooping and darting around the high places.
I swear I ain't heard a story good as that in a long minute. Freedom? A major, a Frenchman, told me all men were free so long as we weren't chained to a wall. Thought he was raising my spirits. Next day, he gave the order for us to head to Meuse Argonne. In a few days, we'd lost 850 free men. Hey, you have any spooky campfire tales? Feels appropriate out here, right?
I might as well tell a couple just to see them evolve. Story of the missing people and strange flashing lights in El Paso.
Oh, you got me for a second with that one. Travel? The only good thing about that war was the men I traveled with. Bearcats, all fire and heart. If I can imagine a better world, it's 'cause I've seen what the best of us can do. Anyway, why don't you tell me a scary story? You must have heard some good ones.
Story of the seance in the southeast.
Oh, you got me for a second with that one. Luck? No. I've said it so many times. Ain't no luck, just the will of the Lord on earth. Sometimes I wonder, though, when he is so arbitrary in his application of justice and love, how different is he than the dice? Ah, night's over. Well, I've got to get walking. My journey takes me up this way.
Okay, continue.
What is it the paper they gave me said? Chaplain James Coates displayed gallantry in administering to the wounded under terrific fire, exposing himself at all times to reach their sides. Fraudulent love is what that is. Yeah, they gave us a Sunday parade when we came home.
Is his story not done? Why would they tell me where he's going?
But by noon on Monday, we were niggers again.
Wait. Jimmy has a chapter 4? Why does Jimmy have a chapter 4? What? Okay, well, I mean... Okay. Let me go ahead and swap some stuff out. Okay, I'm definitely interested to see how this one goes, because if there's a chapter 4 to these people, then we're gonna be... I still want to keep this going because it's fresh in our minds, like his story is fresh in our minds. So let's go ahead and evolve a couple stories. A witch girl who grew kittens on a tree in her backyard like apples. Interesting. Is that one that I... Can't remember if I've already told him this one. But we'll go ahead and swap it out. And then we will evolve one more story. And then we'll do the camp. I wanna keep the stories fresh. The cursed fortune teller fleeing the bargain she made long ago. So that one's level 3 as well. Oh, and this one came back up. Interesting. Let's go ahead and evolve another story. The waitress. The lights in the desert which abduct travelers. Okay. So that one's... Are these just gonna keep popping up back and forth? That would be super funny if I could just farm story evolutions. That would actually be hilarious. The travelers who move at the speed of a snail. Wow, I really can farm story evolutions here. That's actually hilarious. The sugarcane farmer who took criminals from the jails and worked them in his fields until they died. You know what? I'm gonna take advantage of this for a little bit. Because, how can I not? The zombie who worked in vaudeville? Oh, is that like a funny place or something? So now that's completely evolved. The soup line. The Revenge of the Passenger Pigeon. This is actually incredibly funny that I can do this. Oh, is this, I think I've done this one, but I'll read it anyway. This kindly old man sharing the shade under the bridge with you tells a few rambling stories, some true seeming, some conspicuously less so. All true, he assures you. There's history in this place, going all the way back to Indian times. Strange stuff happens around here. He launches into a story about the duck master, Edward D. Pembroke. Story of the ducks in the hotel fountain. In that case, I'm actually going to swap that one in. I don't remember, yeah, the ducks. Go ahead and do that. That way I can tell it and have it evolve even more. A cursed idol guarded by the devil himself. Interesting. I should not be allowed to do this. These should have like some kind of, at least like a 2-minute recharge timer on it or something. The trapped ghost who would turn any old faucet. Is that the ghost trapped in the bottle? Okay. I know this is probably not exciting, but for me it is exciting because I don't have to wander all over the place trying to evolve these stories. The tent city filled with members of a strange cult. I can actually... Let me swap that one in, because I don't think he knows that one. Alright, we'll do this one last story and then we'll go ahead and do Franklin again. Not Franklin, Jimmy. Why do I keep wanting to call him Franklin? Jeez. The violin, which could only be played by its true owner. Sounds a lot like Louis Ames's violin. Alright, let's go ahead and... I think this is going to be Jimmy's last one. Camp. Jimmy, Chapter 4, Broken Angel. Are those cotton fields?
Let me level with you, friend. Ain't sure there's a me no more. I'm Baptist when I need to be Baptist. I'm Methodist when I need to be Methodist. Even been Catholic once or twice.
So... he's being strangled by an angel?
I'm so interested in what y'all need, I can't quite put a finger on what it is I believe these days. See, I ain't a preacher. I'm a grifted.
Maybe that's it. He feels like he's a con man. He feels like because he got into religion for the wrong reason, like he became a preacher for the wrong reason, he doesn't feel like he's really a preacher, and so that's why it's strangling him.
Only thing is, can't quite tell if I'm proud or ashamed of that fact. Anyway, why don't you tell me a scary story? You must have heard some good ones.
You bet. Oh, I don't have any. I don't think I even have a level 2 story. I have to settle for a level 1. Tell the story of the woman selling gris-gris in New Orleans.
Oh, you could rattle a congregation's bones, I bet. Fortune, let me level with you, child. Ain't no hell bigger or hotter than the belief that all of this is for some greater good. Lately, my journey's been pretty ordinary, just walking church to church. What about you? Been on any adventures?
Yeah. Still the story of the devil taken form as a bull sent to terrorize sinners.
I swear I ain't heard a story good as that in a long minute. I spent so long playing at being an authority figure that people started actually treating me like one. Not sure I've ever lived up to that, but maybe if folks think I have, that's good enough. Hey, you have any spooky campfire tales? Feels appropriate out here, right?
Yeah. We already know Ichabod Crane. The story of a tent city filled with members of a strange cult.
Oh, you got me for a second with that one. Tomorrow will be worse than today, and the tomorrow after tomorrow, too. But you string a whole mess of tomorrows together, child, and you walk forward into them, then maybe we might have a chance. Anyway, why don't you tell me a scary story? You must have heard some good ones.
Why does he want nothing but scary stories now? This is not what I prepared for. Do I even have another scary story? I can tell that one, but that one's one. I don't think I have a choice. The Gaunt Shepherd around Los Angeles.
Oh, you could rattle a congregation's bones, I bet. I made my choice well over a decade ago. I put on the black and told a naive man that I knew the Lord intimately. Now you tell me, I've been living life as a preacher ever since. Those old words still a lie?
Depends on how you look at it, I guess.
Hey, you have any spooky campfire tales?
Oh my god.
Feels appropriate out here, right?
This RNG is killing me. I literally don't. The story of that strange bus near Portland. I think this is scary.
Oh, come on, that's ridiculous.
I guess not.
There are two sorts of freedom. There's freedom to do the things you want, dance and sing and love and move, and every other blessed thing. And then there's freedom from fear, from unkindness, from violence undue. Even those of us with the first freedom, we don't always have the second.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the sunrise. I've got another sermon to give, and the church is a long way off. I suppose I'm taking this show on the road again. And by God, it gives me the hope I live on, and it makes me sick both at once. Don't know how to feel about it, how to think about it, but I keep going, don't I?
I guess.
Next, I'm headed this way. Keep yourself safe on the road, friend. Maybe we'll meet again.
Man, when they hit me with one type of story, like, he asked for literally nothing but scary stories that time. And the problem is he knows basically all of them. Okay. So I went ahead and swapped out stories. Almost every category has a scary story in it now. And I also just went back and forth and evolved, like, I think 4 or 5 stories. I'm gonna cut that part out because I don't want you guys to see me walking back and forth again. But I evolved the seance, the church singers who sang the inappropriate songs, I don't remember what else, but it was all it was all ones that he had already heard, so let's go ahead and... Now, does it reset his eye every time, or does it keep it?
You came to see me again? Well, I appreciate
Okay, he
it.
kept it.
It's rough inside my head these days. I ain't sure who I am anymore. I'm a grifter, ain't I? But everything I did in Paris, here at home, all of it, I did it out of love. I did it all for real. So you tell me, who am I? Hey, do you have any spooky campfire tales? Feels appropriate out here, right?
Hey, funny thing. A bottomless lake of clear water.
Oh, you got me for a second with that one.
Okay, that worked.
People will tell you that the difference between a house and a home is a human touch, or familiarity, or love. But all that's wrong as sin. The real difference is that you can leave a house whenever you want, but the responsibility inherent in a home just won't let you go.
Okay.
And I've given myself a very big home. You must have seen some pretty wild stuff on the road. What's the most exciting thing you've seen?
So now you're asking for something else besides scary. Let's go ahead and leave.
Before you go, I just need you to know, at the end of the day, I am a hopeful man. It might not be the next stop on the journey or the one after that. We are on a journey to a better America. Only thing is, I don't think I have the strength to walk much further. So walk for me, all right?
Okay.
Walk far.
So he's bearing the responsibility of trying to get as many people to believe and be happy as possible, I guess. Well, the good thing is that brought me closer to, or I guess it didn't bring me any closer, to Dupree, which I want to do next. And I still have a little bit of time to record. Let's go ahead and hear a story. Yeah, the Blue Hole of New Jersey. Oh, it's the bottomless lake. Okay. Let's go ahead and swap more stories out. All right. Hopefully this one will be a little bit more simple and not have a chapter 4. Like, it doesn't necessarily bother me that there was a chapter 4, but I think it doesn't really make sense from a narrative structure standpoint. Like, you know, the rule of 3s, and everyone else has been consistent with 3 so far, so I don't know why Jimmy was given a 4th. But and just like that combined with how bad the like, I'm assuming it's random whatever they request or something. Like maybe there's 3 different types of stories that they'll request, and it just like it's random which of the 3 they'll request. The fact that he was asking for nothing but scary stories was just super frustrating. Because I didn't have, like, it was basically like locking me out of a lot of things. So, all right, let's go ahead and see Dupree. Trouble ahead, trouble behind.
I always knew you'd come loping back my way and catch me checking for marks. How you been, traveler? I'm afraid I got myself in some damn tight spots since we last made bets with each other. It's the way of the world. You give too much, someone gonna take away too much. Just don't mind me if I seem like I'm wincing. It ain't you. It's just love making its way to hell. Come over. Come sit.
Did she get her heart broken again?
Got any stories with ghosts or murderers or blood or something like that?
Mm-hmm. Let's see. What is one that's 2? Alright, we're gonna go ahead and tell the story. So I checked all of the categories. I don't have any 2 scary stories. I only have 1s and 3s. So tell the story of the stranger in the woods in the Northwest.
Just what I asked for. That spooky stuff gets my heart going like a good hand sometimes do. I am home, friend. Do you know what it's like to be your own home? I am it.
Okay.
You can see the windows into the loft, the tools I use to fix the shelves of my life. And when I look out each morning, the lawn is different as I fan out the cards. You got any stories with a happy ending? Right now, I want a happy ending.
Yeah. The story of the travelers who move at the speed of a snail.
Well, that is a sweet tale. Tell a couple more like that and you'll be a charmer like me. In a country like this, it's like a death sentence. Someone takes your money like that. Some kid steals from you like that. But you can always dodge death. You can't dodge yourself. The hatred of yourself, the way other people makes you hate yourself. You think, hey, someone took from me like that? Was I not graceful, Lord?
But aren't you taking from others as well?
Got any stories with ghosts or murderers or blood or something like that?
I guess we'll just go ahead and tell... Could just tell a 3 story. Oh, this one's 2. No. Tell the story of the sugarcane farmer who took criminals from the jails and worked them in his fields until they died.
God damn, you're giving me the chills, sweetheart. I guess when you've been hurt like that, you wonder what the other person were thinking when they doing the damage. This boy, though, he were patient and fine looking. When I saw him with my baseball bag, I knew. As I ran up to snatch it back, I knew. And when he hit me, it hurt 2 kinds. It hurt 2 kinds. And the kind without the blood hurts the worst. Because the body heals and the mind don't.
So, someone like seduced her and tried to steal from her, and when she went to get her bag back, he hit her.
Got any stories with ghosts or murderers or blood or something like that?
I have quite a few. Let's just do the ghastly legend of Ichabod Crane, I guess.
Just what I asked for. That spooky stuff gets my heart going like a good hand sometimes do. Feelings are sort of prison, ain't they? Sometimes I look at you and find myself liking you. But I don't trust you, sweetheart, and there's the game between us. The game is always between us, pushing us away from each other, this big checkers board.
So her view is everyone's out for themselves, including her.
If I wanted you, I could never tell you. That's the way the game works. Hey, got any exciting stories? Like the movies?
Let's go ahead and exit. Leave.
All this heavy stuff? It's nice to have someone to pay attention. Soothe my bruises, let the dice be. You want to play a few cards with me before you move on? Of course you do. Let's play slow for a while and you tell me a tale?
Okay. We'll go ahead and evolve a story really quick. The sugarcane farmer who killed a cutter every night to ensure a good harvest. Interesting. And then we'll swap. Oh, what did I get from Jimmy? An acorn that tinkles like a little silver bell whenever it moves. Interesting. Okay, let's go ahead and swap out everything I told her. Okay, so everything's swapped out. There are a couple of 1 stories in there, but she seemed to ask for a lot of scary stories as well. So I just want to make sure I had a good amount, even if they are just 1s. Hopefully she won't ask for all scary stories, or else I won't be able to finish her chapter 3. But we shall see. Alright, do you have a chapter 3, or is there a chapter 4? Loose with the Truth. Okay, this is her final chapter.
Don't you come no closer! I ain't talking to you. I ain't got nothing you want.
This, she's a fox? Like a vixen?
Stay back there. I got a gun on me. What are you doing here? I ain't took nothing from you. It was all in the cards. We're square.
Does she think I'm someone else?
Do you hear what I'm saying? Get going. I'm saying well, fine. You just sit there.
Did she cheat me or something?
You ain't got a gun. Who am I kidding? You're no threat to me. You're so gentle and gullible, I ain't sure you really even exist. It's true. I hustled you good. I ain't apologizing. We ain't going back. But I'll tell you how the game works if you want. My little favor, sweetheart.
Okay. So I guess she couldn't help herself.
Now you show me how you do it. Pretend I'm a mark and tell me a story to make my heart race.
A thrilling story? Story of the devil taken form as a bull sent to terrorize sinners.
Haha, good one. Exciting enough to keep attention, but true enough to trick a mark. Oh yeah? And what you gonna say to the cops? This little girl robbed you? We were playing cards, sweetheart, and you lost fair and square.
I didn't lose any money though.
And you can't say I cheated, because if you say that, you gotta outline exactly how I did that. And I can see by your face you've no clue. And still, cops would rather arrest you for this injury, see? It's still here in my side. I'll tell them it was you.
Oh, that's not fun.
Now you show me how you do it. Pretend I'm a mark and tell me a story to make my heart race.
Paul Bunyan.
You thrill 'em like that and they'll be all yours, honey. This country is built on this. It's built on taking. You think I owe you some sort of sorry for this mess? I do not.
I wasn't saying you did.
I don't owe you a sorry feeling in my body. I want it from you fair and square. And honest to God, anyone else would shoot you for coming back. This country as it is. Now you show me how you do it. Pretend I'm a mark and tell me a story to make my heart race.
Nothing but thrilling, huh? Thunderbird swooping and darting around the high places.
You thrill 'em like that and they'll be all yours, honey. Look, you came to me, not the other way around. You listened to me, you stayed around me, you knew what it was. You stayed because you wanted to, and that's okay. You were free. Free to watch me take it from you.
I mean, that still doesn't make what you did right.
Now you show me how you do it. Pretend I'm a mark and tell me a story to make my heart race.
I'm just gonna go ahead and leave. That's interesting,
It's
though.
just
I wasn't my
way,
reaction.
you know.
I wasn't expecting
I was
the
shaped
reaction.
by the world, and all I do is reflect the nature of it.
I wasn't expecting that reaction. I genuinely thought she was talking about someone else.
You know, wherever you go, I'll be taking a little extra from a stranger. No prejudice. How's that for you?
Achievement unlocked, Dupree. And I got from her... I think it's... Oh. I didn't get anything from her. Or maybe I got these dice from her originally and I just don't remember. No idea. But I guess it makes sense that she wouldn't give me anything. So that's where I'm going to call it for today, not only because I'm almost out of recording time, but because as I'm feeling my laptop right now, I don't know why, but this game is like... My laptop is literally burning my hands as I am... as I'm talking right now. It's heating up really bad and I don't know why. I don't know what it is about this game that's making it have to really expend its resources to render it. But yeah, it's definitely interesting. Yeah, both of those stories are really interesting. I think I liked... Actually, I don't know if I liked one more than the other. Both Franklin's and Dupree's were interesting. It's just that Franklin's was a little longer than I thought it would be. But yeah, I found it really interesting, and I hope you guys did too. So thank you everybody so much for checking out the video. I really do appreciate it. If you want to be notified of when I upload the next part of the file to the archives, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and ring that bell, as well as leave a like or comment if you so desire. Thanks again, and I will see you next time.
Upload successful. Click here to view previous files. Have a pleasant day.